Hello everyone, this is Lord Zath bringing you another episode of Zath's Replay Theater. And, well, since the Ashitaka was recently reduced, I put a call out on the forums asking for somebody to send me a replay, and here we have V12 sending me a replay of his Ashitaka. And if this ship looks familiar, it should. And the reason why I say that it should is because it is an Amagi. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard that correctly. This is an Amagi, the Tier 8 Japanese battleship. But what's she doing at Tier 7, you might ask? It's down tiered to Tier 7 because you are looking at the stock Amagi hull, the A hull. Okay? Once upon a time, if you were grinding up the Japanese battleship line, this is what you were greeted with when you finished your Nagato. And it was a little on the painful side, to be honest. But, you know, you get through it. And the B hull is a huge upgrade, and then you get to the C hull, and it was a, okay, and then, you know, Magi starts to shine. So this is kind of like, you know, where Magi gets her roots from. So, yeah. It's kind of, you know, why I think it's kind of cool to see in the game. It is nice to have it back in a sense, but at the same time, you know, there's some challenges to be sure. So let's talk flags. I see the speed flag, I see the fire damage reduction flag, I see the cost reduction flag, which is kind of interesting. This one right here. At a Tier 7 Premium, I don't know that that one's really necessary. I see the consumable reload, Commander XP, and the all-important repair party bonus flag. So I'd say, you know what, all flags on here are good, except I would probably put, you know, if you've got one of the credit boosting flags, you're better off boosting credits by 20% or even 100% than reducing credit loss by 10%. But that being said, it's still, you know, I understand if you're worried about, you know, losing money or not so much losing money in the ship, but mostly just, you know, gaining credits. Understandable. So let's talk about why this ship is so special. I said it's a tier 7 Amagi A hull. What that means is that its guns, although it has good range on the screen here, the guns don't have the best of dispersion. They also don't have the best of damage. In other words, they don't really penetrate that well. And what do you know? No hits. So it's got a slight problem with that. It also has a bit of a problem with its armor. Its armor layout is incredibly weak compared to the Amagi. So if you're used to... Ooh. Nice. So if you're used to, you know, the kind of damage you can tank in the Amagi, this is not the same thing at all. The secondaries are fun and good. Its maneuverability is really good. It's got a nice rudder shift. It's got a pretty good turning circle, and I've actually caught carrier pilots off guard by turning tighter than they thought I would, because they're used to dropping on Amagis, and suddenly, you know, I'm dodging all their shots. Alright, Mr. V12 is using a little bit of spaced armor here with this New York. It's alright, he can take it, right? He's only a tier 5. You're the bottom tier guy, you deserve to take the damage.
Don't fire at your allies.
Don't fire at your allies. Decent pens there. So as you can see, we're looking at a tier 7 game. Kaga on the enemy team versus Ranger. Now, Kaga is a huge threat for the Ashitaka, so it's going to be interesting to see if the Kaga is going to leverage their aircraft. Right now, it looks like the Kaga is going for that Nicholas. And as you can see there, we have a Gajamaja here versus another Gajamaja over here. And this ship at tier 7 is a very interesting ship. It's a tribal class British destroyer. That's right, folks. It's the first British destroyer to enter World of Warships, and it starts off on the Pan-Asia destroyer line at tier 7. It's got the ability to stealth fire torpedoes, but the window for that is really low. It's got some pretty good guns and an interesting layout with 2 in the front and 1 in the rear, and they're both double, so that's 6 guns, like the gearing. And yeah, it's a pretty good ship. So if you're thinking about, you know, setting goals for the, you know, Pan-Asian destroyer line, that might be a goal. Ooh, nice salvo. 13k as the New York goes down. So V12, you've lost your spaced armor, sir. There's a Farragut nearby. He's probably going to get behind the island. I would probably have gone for him, but again, going behind the island, so yeah. And that Colorado is probably dead, so V12 is doing a nice job here of saying, you know what, I'm not going to go for that last damage. I'm going to go for what's going to help the team the most. And look, this Colorado's dead. And what's going to help the team the most is getting a salvo out on this Belfast. And as you can see, that salvo actually did some good pen, got a good citadel. So that came in very handy. Now you notice how one fire and both parts, I kind of highlighted this in a previous video, are on fire. What that means is that V12 is currently using the fire prevention skill. And he's also using premium consumables. I didn't mention that there, but that's okay. And there's the Gajah Maja, and here go the secondaries. I'm gonna go out of this for a second, because look at those secondaries go. Isn't that cool? I mean, look at that. That's just awesome. Back to the action. As you can see, we definitely didn't miss that much. The secondaries are really good if you spec for them. So that means you need to be running, you know, you need to be running manual secondaries and all that good junk. And then it's really helpful. Ooh, are we going for a little smoke fire action? At this point, I don't know that it's worth it. Nah, you're detected, so what the hell, why not? I was gonna say, there's no reason to fire if you're not detected and just give away your position like that. Alright, so Belfast is in smoke. Or no, he's out of smoke now. Hopefully that means that the team is gonna focus him down and kill him. And Gajah Maja says, "Notice me, senpai." And there's the fire. Surprise, surprise. Now, fortunately enough, it looks like V12's team has done a nice job of hanging in there, and they've killed a couple. What is the Kaga doing? Guys, look at this. Oh my god! This Leander must be so excited right now. Oh my god, is he gonna torp the Kaga? Kaga's got good secondaries. Good shot. You notice V12 is not afraid to shoot at destroyers, and that's an important skill for battleships. I always mention this. He hasn't killed the Kaga yet. Oh my god, he got killed by the Kaga. Oh my god. Are you kidding? What's the Kaga's health? Let me see this. Oh. Wow. Oh my god. So, okay, so maybe I should message the Leander guy and ask him for his replay. I almost want to see what happened there. Good shots on the Gajah. You just gotta whittle this guy down. And he's gonna be gone for a bit. And that's one of the strengths of this ship, is it's got this kind of constant smoke fire thing going that is really hard to counter. That shot's looking good. And guns have trolled you. And look, you're back on fire again. I think V12's getting a little frustrated. What do you guys think, huh? Now, you noticed how Problem solved, sir. Ship is on fire. Oh, fun times, not. You notice how his armor is doing okay at tanking. If he shows too much broadside, though, to this Colorado, he will be punished hard for it. So he's got to be careful there. Decent salvo. We're at 73k. Is the Kaga dead? Yes, the Kaga died finally. Okay. And, yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is that even though he DCP'd and stopped himself from that fire, you notice how he hasn't been set on another fire just yet. Salvo in, he took some big damage numbers from that, at least decent numbers. Because he's a little over angled, but the problem is with that Koenig there, he has to be careful not to angle to the, or not to give broadside to the Koenig. And this is a tough maneuver. What he's doing right now, I think, is he's trying to say, screw this, I gotta get out of here. So he's making a hard turn, and I have a feeling that his division mate is trying to help smoke him up or save him or something. And you see the Colorado missed because by the time the Colorado salvo got in, it was too late. Now he's not shooting. Is he being smoked? Let's see. No, not yet. Okay. So he is not getting smoked from his division mate. Now there's no talk and chatter in the game, and I have a feeling it's because he's on V12 is doing voice chat. I think here might be a good opportunity though for V12 or his div mate to start spamming the F3 key on the Skajimata and saying, guys, kill this son of a B. You know what I mean? Like, seriously? He's just getting free shots. And that's just not okay. You can see V12 is angling. Okay, he's gonna shoot the Duke of the Iron Duke, I mean. And that's alright. I mean, you know, whatever. The Aoba is broadside to the Colorado, probably gonna get smashed for it. And it looks to me like V12 might be turning back a oh no! Detonated. Man, this Gajamaja, this Captain Fezlik guy, boy, is he getting lucky with his guns. I mean, he's just been getting fire after fire after fire. Now, this is a dangerous play right here, what V12 is doing, because he's maneuvering out. I think I know what he's doing. By intentionally beaching himself like this, what he's doing is he's tricking the Gajamaja into firing his torpedoes and missing, essentially. At least that's what my guess is. Plus, it allows him to reverse now behind the Gajamaja's guns. Very smart maneuvering there. And so what that does is it completely negates the Gajamaja's ability to hit him on the other side of that island there. So now he can spend all of his time focusing on the Colorado, bring and get him down. And that Gajamaja, you see now, he's out of the smoke. And now you can see how he's communicating, and he's saying, please find the Gaja, and thank you. And I think that's important. You know, like I said, if you had spammed F3 earlier, V12, maybe that person, somebody else would have said, okay, I'll shoot this guy now. I'm surprised you haven't shot your guns yet. I don't know what you're waiting for there, but he's definitely turning away, so you might as well go for the shot. Yeah, I think you waited too long there. Colorado nailed the Aoba. That was not a surprise. And fortunately, the Atlanta is going for the kill, and you are now losing your cap. I don't know why your Organizer now is playing bodyguard to the Ranger. Are they divisioned? No. But hopefully that Atlanta is going to kill the Gaja. I mean, it should. So now this is just a U versus Colorado. Oh my god, the Atlanta's going to die. Oh boy. Now, what V12 needs to do, honestly, is either disengage or kill this guy quick. I mean, I don't know. The Gajamaja is coming up now, and I think the Gaja's getting in a position where he's just gonna do stuff. And yep, now V12's division mate is getting in there and saying, But the Gneisenau now needs to do something. High caliber, good. And I agree. I don't know what this Gneisenau now is doing here, but you know, it is what it is. But you going farther south is not going to help you win this game. At least I don't think so. Maybe the carrier will get lucky and get a bomb drop on the Gaja. That would be really nice. But there it is. Oh, and see, there you go. There she blows. Oh, that ringing feeling. That's what happens when you give just a little bit too much side. And now... It comes down to, is this Colorado smart? He is. He aimed for the bow and the bow. And this is gonna... Well, resets obtained. So now it's up to the... It's really up to the carrier. This Ranger's doing a nice job of spotting and keeping vision. And now, hopefully this Gneisenau now can get in here and actually do something. And this is one of those examples where, you know, in random battles it happens, right? Like, you die, you look back at your team, and you're just like, what is going on? The Ranger, by the way, take a look at his positioning. He hasn't run to the corner of the map. He's actually realized that he needs to get his ship closer to the action so he can get his bombers in play sooner. So hats off to him for that. That's good. And what is this in here anyway? It's an Akatsuki. He already fired it. Oh, he already fired his torpedoes. And why are you firing your torpedoes, Gneisenau? They're not even going to hit anything near it. Oh, well. Gneisenau, by the way, one of my favorite battleships. The secondaries are just so fun. Yeah, see? Good. The carrier deserves a compliment. And it's really good to see good play being reinforced by the community and stuff like that. So nice job there. This Gneisenau, all he needs to do is really just not die. The carrier can do the rest. And you can see the carrier is going to have a beautiful drop on this Akatsuki. And that's probably going to be it for him. Almost, of course. So watch this, the Akatsuki. Oh, he didn't get the drop. Nice. So 125,000 damage. Not too bad. But you saw how weak she can be if you're not careful with your citadels and you don't protect them. That's huge. It's also one of those ships where, well, I mean, just like a lot of other ships, you have to work as a team. You can't just expect to run in guns blazing with a premium pay-to-win ship and win. You kind of have to just, you know, enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, one thing I've enjoyed the Ashitaka with is actually the operations. Maybe it's because there's a lot of lower tier ships there where the guns that lack in penetration can actually do more damage and stuff. But yeah, she's actually not too bad in the operations. So I know you typically don't want to buy a ship just for operations, but I like her in there. In random, she's all right. And you know, I think in ranked, I don't know. There's so many battleships now at tier 7. It's really the tier of battleship now, I think. Compared to all the other tier 7 premiums. I have a strong feel. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I think there's more battleships than anything else. And what she's got going for her at close range is pretty good pen, but you saw what happened against that Colorado. You get too close and you give too much of a broadside and you get punished for it. So 55 seconds to go. This game is going to be a win. I would say V12, your biggest mistake would have been chasing that Colorado. Instead, I think you should have looked for an opportunity to turn around and head back north. And your opportunity was when the Colorado, after killing the Aoba, turned the other direction. Because obviously he's going to turn his guns around. That would have been the prime chance to head straight up north. And I know you didn't want to because the Gajamaja was there. But I think if you had done that, you probably wouldn't have gotten that really bad citadel, and who knows, you might be alive now. And the other thing, and this is a situational thing for me, I hate this map because everybody likes to go down this way, and then you can't do anything about the group over there. You got kind of lucky, in a sense, right? In that the enemy's team all kind of derped over here and died, even the Kaga. So, it happens. Oh no, Ranger denied that last kill by time. Anyway, B12, I want to thank you for sending me this replay so quick. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a bunch. Take care, everybody, and thanks for watching. And as usual, if you guys want, comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube crap. Thanks. Later.